This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Place to Be Nation Pop Experience. Welcome back to the fourth episode of Play While You Listen podcast, our monthly video game podcast. Now, this month, listeners, I have one of my dear friends, but he is going to be a new voice to your ears. And this person, I play video games, if second most, if not most, in my life. Childhood best friend now, Mike Roach. Mike, how are you doing, buddy?
Great. I love beating you at video games.
See, there we go. And we will get into that now, because there's been many a night where we would stay up just playing 2K or Madden or NCAA. For those of you that are just listening for the first time, I have a guest on every month. We go over the coming month's new video game releases. For the last month, for the month of May, we had the big video game release of Zelda, which we'll get into a review later on tonight from Mike, because he's actually been playing that game. So let's get to know you a little bit more, Mike, for the listeners. So how long have you been playing video games?
I've been playing video games since I can remember, honestly. 4 or 5. Sega Genesis. The Sesame Street counting game. You remember that? Yep, yes. Played that one. And then all your classics, Sonic, Aladdin, Lion King, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then someone, I don't know if it was Ozzy, Cousins, I don't know who it was, I got a hand-me-down Nintendo. Classics again, Duck Hunt, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers. I remember leaving games on for days at a time because you're on the third world of Mario and you've never been that far. And you're hoping that the house doesn't burn down from the Nintendo being so hot.
Oh, I'm sure it was so hot it could, make an egg.
Yeah.
I can think about, me and Mike are from a small town in outside of Charlottesville, Virginia. We would literally get off the school bus and we would go to his cousin's house, who's another one of our good friends, Ozzy, and we would just play video games. Like, there'd be multiple nights where we would, during the summers on Fridays, where my mom would be like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "I'm up at Ozzy's with Mike." And we didn't really have online gaming, so we would literally do
MLB 2K.
Yeah, MLB 2K. We would do franchises with that, where we would do a fantasy draft the whole team, and then just simulate and see who would have the better teams.
And then I think we played a couple series.
Yeah, if our
teams made Pagan, what's his name? What's an
Angel Pagan?
Yeah,
Angel Pagan.
Robin home runs.
Who never made it in the MLB, but we can still talk about that to this day. And we also did we called them Dynasty on NCAA football games, where we would pick a team. I was always picking Oregon or West Virginia. Mike would pick
conferences.
Yeah, the easy conferences. Mike would pick Texas, because he was a Longhorn fan at the time, and then Ozzy would pick a random team if we wanted to be good. And I remember one year he picked Ohio State when they had, what was that quarterback's name?
They had Ted Ginn and Troy Smith.
Yeah, they had Ted Ginn and Troy Smith. And when Ozzy listens, he'll know where this is going. He
went under 500. He was 6-7.
We would recruit and just simulate, listeners, and that was we loved it. And he lost to Northern Iowa the first game of the season, and then, as Mike said, went 6-7, and then got fired that year. So he had to find another job, while me and Mike are swapping championships from each other. So as you can say, we've played video games our whole lives, and now we even live in different states. We try to play video games as much as we can. He was the reason why I bought Gotham Knights, or I always call it Arkham Knights, Gotham Knights. We're about a third of the way through that game because life happens. Mm-hmm. But that's how we catch up now and everything. Even before we started, we spoke for 20 minutes, just shooting the breeze. So you've been playing your whole life pretty much, because you're 30 now, so 25 years. I'm pretty much in the same boat. So
yeah, I took a break in high school, probably girls and sports. But then I'll get into how I got back into it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the first episode, how you were the reason why I got back into Pokemon. We were, also are in our fantasy baseball. There was a controversial fantasy baseball trade where I traded some baseball players for some not other good ones, but Mike had some Pokemon that I needed, and those were included in the draft. That's in our.
It was in the fine print.
Yeah, that's one of our favorite lures. It's like Scott traded Josh Johnson for like 7 Pokemon, and it worked out for me because him and Carl Crawford.
They didn't do anything the rest of the year.
Yeah, they didn't do anything the rest of the year. So that leads me to my next question. As you can say, we've played a lot of games. What are your top 5 games of all time? This is a hard question.
It's very hard after thinking about it, looking at games, and then also I didn't know if you wanted like what I thought the top 5 games were or what my favorite 5 games were. So I kind of had a mixture.
Whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's hear them all.
So no particular order either, because that was even harder. Just narrowed it down to 5 was hard enough. Arkham series. I mean, that got me back into gaming. Like high school, graduated, went to college, wasn't really gaming much, and then I got your copy from Arkham Asylum for the Xbox, and then it was all over from there. Like once I got into that, we were hooked. My basketball roommates were playing. We ended up beating that game, going out to GameStop, getting X-Men Legends, getting Ultimate Alliance, playing co-op. So it really turned the gaming back on. And then
it went to 11.
Yeah. And then once basketball season was over, we ended up getting 2K and doing what we used to do. We would draft teams, play each other, and it was all those memes you see where you're leaning up, sitting up, and where you're calling fouls when it's a video game. Like it was great. It was that's how I got back into it. But the Arkham series was great. I think Arkham City was my favorite at the time. I mean, obviously Arkham Knight has more features.
City's mine just for side
I think
alone.
just like storyline, and then the upgrade from Asylum to City was, I think, bigger than City to Arkham Knight. And I'm a big fan of the Joker, so that's another reason why City's gonna take it there. The second one, you played these, the Pokemon Soul Silver.
Yes.
Pokemon series in general. But yeah, this was the best Pokemon game in my opinion. It had 2 regions, 16 badges. Every time you thought the game was over, there was always a new legendary popping up or a new little side quest to get a legendary. Yeah, this was the last time I had every single Pokemon in the game. I think there was like 693 of them.
Yeah, he had all of them.
I had
super
all
jelly.
of them. It was awesome. I was going to GameStop for special events. My then girlfriend, now wife, was like, "What the heck are you doing?" But yeah, they handed out these cards. It was awesome. Yeah, and they also had, like I said, every time we thought the game was over, they had Red at the top of the mountain.
Yep.
And he had a level 80 Pikachu, which was crazy because like usually they only go up to like level 55s or whatever for
he came to play
in-game
right
content. There. It was awesome. That was a great game. Yeah, the new Pokemon game was great. Obviously had the best features of all of them. The thing that overwhelms me now with the Pokemon games is the amount of Pokemon that are like available. Do you even know what we're up to? Is it over 1,000 now?
Yeah, it's over 1,000. I'm one of those lunatics that pay $15 a year for Pokemon Home, so I can store all my Pokemon.
So I downloaded that, and I'm like, I guess I could just store everything there, and it'll always be there. And if I ever want to get them, I could pay. But I guess that's kind of like your Pokemon Vault.
Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous, but also not as dangerous as having them in a game. The game like battery dies, and then you're screwed, or the save becomes corrupt. So like
that's what happened to me. I can't remember what happened, but I left my DS in the car, or the cartridge in the car, and the cartridge melted, and it was all she wrote. And I was like, "There goes all the Pokemon I
had." Listener, this is how in depth me and Mike were. We would coordinate who was getting which Pokemon game, so then we could trade back and forth the ones. Like
yes,
like text each other.
I mean, I wasn't going to pay $40.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we would be like, I'm getting Sun, you get Moon, and that's what we did. So so that's that's 2. So give me those 3 others.
This one is what I thought we were going to have a 3-hour conversation about tonight. You tricked me into this. Destiny 1 and 2.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Warms my heart.
I mean, over 1,000 hours in the first one. I'm afraid to even look at the second one.
I have a gross amount of hours now.
Yeah, just the social aspect of that game where you're always teaming up. Like you could do stuff by yourself, but I'm more like I get into games more when I can I can talk to people and interact with people with them. That game had the best PvE PvP combination that I've seen. I can't even think of a close second that has like in-game content like that for both.
Yeah, I mean the story has gotten a little bit better, but it's more known for the raids. Like I always try to like we joke. I mean, we joke that it's like the heroin for Mike. Where I'm like, come on, buddy,
I
come
always
on.
come back.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting
Like
for him to come. Waiting for him to come back now. One of our other favorite times was Destiny 1, which is part of my other question, but we'll get to that. Had a trophy where you would get a trophy if you did a raid flawless.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
I admit my mistakes. So we were doing.
We need to find out if Jared or somebody still has that video.
Yeah. I would love to have that video.
That is a classic.
We were doing Crota, the Crota's raid, which for you Destiny heads out there, it's basically a dungeon. That's how easy it is. So we didn't have a dedicated clan at the time, so we were LFGing it up, and we're like, flawless run, be patient type deal.
LFG flawless.
Yeah, which was pretty difficult. So this was I can even tell you, listener here, it was a Sunday, and I'm sitting there and we're playing, and our buddy Jared joins, who at the time was my roommate, and I was upstairs, he was downstairs, and we're talking and everything, and there was a part where you had to kill this thing called a Death Singer, and it shoots off like final blasts, and Mike,
there's projectiles flying through the air.
Projectile. Yeah, the tracking projectiles, basically like a Gallahorn. And I go, so I'm a Titan main, and I go to pop my bubble to save Mike.
The real question is, what were you doing in the middle anyway?
I don't know.
I think you fell off a ledge or something.
I probably did. Knowing me. I was really bad. I've gotten better at that game, but I was like, it was painful at times, especially when I tried to use that sword that one time and went the opposite direction.
That's also funny.
So I go to pop my bubble, and literally as I'm popping my bubble to surround Mike, the Death Singer's gaze hits me.
The projectile was already in the bubble when you popped it, so it was too late.
Yeah, kills me immediately.
I don't know why. We never recorded, and this one time I was recording, maybe because we were trying flawless.
Yeah.
But I was recording the raid, and I'm watching you, and I'm like, "What is Scott doing? Scott, no!" He pops the bubble and then dies, and then the video just sees me hit the middle button and return to orbit.
Yeah. And we see the people. You see the people leave immediately, and they leave because we were in party chat. And Mike goes, "I don't even know why we're friends." Like, going for my heart, and was just like, "I just can't deal with you right now." And like, got off for a couple of hours, and then
I had to cool off.
And then like, I texted him. I was like, "I'm sorry," and he's like, "I just don't want to deal with you." And so like, we did that, and that was like in the morning, and like my roommate at the time is just cackling up a storm because we're all friends. And then we did end up doing it.
We did that day, actually.
Yeah, we did it later that day. I texted Mike. I said, "We're doing this again," he was, something smart alecky. But we got it. Yeah, we got it done. But yeah, as you can see, listener, we've played a lot of video games together. Like, this is just like the tip of the iceberg. So that was 3. Do you want to count that as 3 and 4, or?
No, it's just 3.
All right, so
I got like 25 honorable mentions, man.
That's okay, buddy.
I do want to mention that game had like, you did feel like you had like an elite status when you accomplished something in that game, because there was only like 1% of people that were doing some of these things.
Yeah, and that felt pretty good. Remember, they had like the glow who shader.
Yeah,
if you beat it and you walk around, it's like, yeah, I did that.
It's pretty good. The next one is the Switch Zelda games. So these are great. They're special for me. Got my nephew into gaming, so he texts me all the time and is showing me all these things. I think he's watching YouTube a little too much these days.
Oh, he's a little kid. That's all they do.
Yeah. It's also special because me and my wife play together. Like, I had to get a second Switch because this game came out, And it was pretty rough when the first one came out. We were always like fighting over it. And this one came out and she had it the first week. And I just couldn't do it anymore. We went out, bought a new one. And now we can both play because you can game library share. So that's great.
Well, he might have to get a third Switch game, listeners, because he sent me a video of his daughter who is, Maddie's 4, right? 4 or 5?
3.5.
3.5. Sorry,
Yeah.
3.5. Already starting to play the Switch. It melted my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
She was playing Princess Peach. She was playing Mario Kart.
But
she actually finished second on the first. I mean, it's 50cc, but she did finish second on the first one, and then the second one was like last place. So I don't know what happened on the first one.
Yeah, she it melted my heart just to see like her playing, and I was like, oh, and she was looking like how Mike does, how in tune with the game. So
that's right.
And we'll get a little bit of a Zelda review coming up. And what was your last game or series before we hit the honorable mentions? Hold on, I think I know. Is it sports?
Nope.
Assassin's Creed.
Nope.
Oh wow, okay, I'm ready.
This is a game you've never played.
I never played the Zelda games either, so
yeah. League of Legends.
Oh God.
League of Legends. Hours and hours and hours sucked into this game. College, it was great. We'd pregame to this game. The game's what's frustrating is like you could slaughter somebody in 15, 20 minutes, and then you could play this grueling match for like 45 minutes to an hour. And if someone like goes rogue and charges too early or starts a team fight when the team's not ready, and you just spent 55 minutes building your character and like doing everything, and then someone blows it in that last 5 minutes of the game.
So someone can Leroy Jenkins it.
Yes. Some great memories with that. No one can mess with my Jungle Amumu back in the day. He was the best. Yeah, I know. Speaking Greek to you right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, probably to half the people listening, if anybody knows what League of Legends is.
So what are your honorable mentions?
Oh my gosh, so many. So Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved Crash Bandicoot. I played all. I bought the new one, and the new one's actually really good. I just haven't had time to play the full thing. I like the South Park series. Those two games were great. A little change up to style.
Yeah, the first one was fun. I didn't play the second one.
The Middle Earth games. Did you play those?
No.
With Talon, like Tolkien's lore. Lord
no,
of the Rings?
No, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy. I know Cameron's.
So I mean, honestly, just think like Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's like Lord of the Rings.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. Skyrim.
I've watched you put in multiple hours of that.
It was, Skyrim was rough for the junior year in college. Fallout 4, Diablo, NCAA. I mean, the Spider-Man games, even the old ones. If you played those, did you play the Shattered Dimensions?
No, I played one on PS1 that I really liked, that I haven't been able to find anywhere. So I think it's like a fever dream. But I really like that Spider-Man game. But it had like Sandman. I remember you had to like use water to take him out. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Yeah. So I got Mortal Kombat and Injustice on here. You know, I like those fighting games.
Yeah, you try to get me into, I think I want to say Mortal Kombat Conquest. That was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, I like it and I bought it for PlayStation. I was like, I guess I just have fun playing it at Mike's because I gave it to my little brother immediately.
I don't remember Conquest. I remember Armageddon. Maybe it was that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Whichever one was on the GameCube that we used to play.
Gotcha. Unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest fans of the GTA games.
That's a hot take. That is a hot take.
I mean, I enjoyed them, and I think I shouldn't say I didn't like them. I think they're overhyped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping one would get announced at the PSN showcase, but that sadly was not the case.
Well, that's another reason. It's like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're overhyped. Like, I'm not playing this game as long as I'm playing all these other games.
Yeah, I mean, the online mode I only played a couple of times until I had something threatening to kill me.
The online mode came out late. It didn't even have the heist right away,
which was really upsetting.
That was the cool part about the game, were the heist, and I don't know, it just took too long to develop.
Also, GTA 5's been out so long, Mike, that I bought it for the PS3.
Yes, me too.
I now have a PS5. I refuse to buy it for the PS4 or PS5. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, me and Mike are super competitive when it comes to this. So I already know the answer. Do you trophy hunt, sir?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. There'll be times when Mike will send me a screenshot, but because we were playing Hogwarts Legacy, and he would be like, "Show me how much more trophies he had than me," and then I would be like, "Well, I guess I got to get to work," type deal. And spoiler alert, I don't think that's a game either of us will platform. Platinum, I
I'm
mean.
I think I'm one or two away, and I refuse to grind out the collections. I think
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah, it's rough. So do you have a comfort game, like where you just sit back and just relax? I know with you having two kids.
Before we move on from the trophy things, how many platinums do you have?
5.
Oh, do you want to ask that question to me or?
Yeah, how many do you have?
Oh, I got 18.
I knew it was something stupid.
And
Yes.
it is a few that I should have got but didn't. But
Yeah, I got 5, but
I'm
yeah.
just messing with you.
I know.
I had to throw that one in there.
A little jab at me. It's fine.
So the flawless raid we were referring to earlier was to get the Destiny 1 platinum trophy.
Yes, that's after people that we also used to play with told me I didn't have any real platinums because my 3 platinums at the time were NBA 2K and the NCAA football games. So they said they weren't real platinums. And
I got a few. I got 1 or 2 Lego ones that probably shouldn't count, but that's okay.
And I'm like, you know how many My Player games I played in 2K to make it to the Hall of Fame? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty legit. Some of those sports ones are tough. But sorry, I interrupted you. It's a comfort game.
No, that's fine.
So college, it was probably Destiny or League of Legends. Like randomly now, I have a PGA golf for the Switch, and I throw that on every once in a while. I haven't played real golf. And then like Mario Kart. Like if I just want to throw something on, play a few races, like those are pretty much it right now. Just because I haven't been in the grindy mood to get the Destiny going, and League of Legends games might take 30 minutes to an hour, and can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's yeah, you gotta especially like I don't have kids yet, obviously, but like you gotta pick your spots with 2 little kids, 2 little.
In the past 3 months, I've fallen asleep with the controller in my hand a handful of times.
Okay, he says this like this is something impressive, listener. I've known Mike almost my whole life. This man will fall asleep mid conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
We were I gave a speech at his wedding. I said, me and Mike have started hundreds of movies. We've maybe finished 3 because I finished the movies, but Mike will fall asleep during the movie and I'll just watch it to the end. So like him saying that, it is what it is. Yeah. But like, I know like we'll be texting and then like he just stops responding. I'm like, oh, he's asleep. So it happens. Hey, I know I knew what I signed up for. With PlayStation Showcase recently, they announced something called Project Q, which I want to talk to you about because you mentioned that you have something that's already there. So for Project Q, for you guys, it allows you to stream any game from their PlayStation 5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. They'll have a HD screen, and all the buttons and features the DualSense controller has. No release date was given, but you already have something like that. Can you explain to me what that is?
Yeah, I have a Backbone. Basically, the Backbone, it expands and then it plugs into your cell phone.
Okay.
And then there's an app you have, and then you download the PlayStation SharePlay app, and you just go on there and you hit link. And it's like mine automatically turns my PlayStation on downstairs in the basement, and you literally like the screen, your phone screen is your video game, like it's there, and you have the buttons. I got the PlayStation Backbone, so it has like X, circle, triangle, square.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. How it was?
Yeah, so it actually is really good. I played like Hogwarts Legacy. Like I didn't do crazy, like I wouldn't do first person shooters or something on it if you're like really competitive or anything. But for Hogwarts Legacy, I was just roaming around looking in caves, doing side quests, just little things on the like. It takes time. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works really well. I had a Vita, and another reason why you can't use SharePlay without the backbone is they use the triggers as touch points.
Oh, okay.
Instead of like an actual trigger, because obviously your phone doesn't have a trigger, and then the Vita had like the R1, L1, but the triggers were touch points. So that it like killed the Vita. Like it made it like you couldn't play anything basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could play in my bed and treat my phone as like my PlayStation Switch almost.
Yeah, that is very cool. Like the Sony thing, like the Project Q thing sounds very interesting, but it sounds like if I just wanted to play my PS5, I would just go in my living room and play it. It's not like a Switch where if I want to play it on on an airplane, unless like you can download the games that's in your library, then maybe. But with it using remote play over Wi-Fi, it's like what is there a need for with this?
Yeah, it's more of like, so I have my PS5 down in the basement, and like instead of me falling asleep in the basement, I can like play this Backbone on my phone in my bed, and then when I'm like, oh, okay, I think I'm done, I just take it out, plug my phone in, and go to bed. I don't have to like.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what the price point is, because if this is like $500, like a PS5, I'm not gonna get it. But if it's like 100 or 200, I may think about it.
So yeah, the Backbone was 100.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
got it that was my request for my birthday. I probably wouldn't have bought it on my own, but like birthday,
yeah,
something you would buy for yourself, basically.
yeah,
But it works pretty well.
yeah. I know that because that's how you said you were playing Hogwarts. So I just wanted to hear about that. They also announced they were doing PS5 earbuds. A couple other things from the PSN showcase before I get your review of Zelda. So far, Spider-Man 2 coming out this fall. Sadly, no release date, but it shows that we are going to have the symbiote suit, which looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think the ending is going to be Miles fighting Peter. And another game announced was Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I think me and you both lost it. Fell out with Unity for the PS4. I remember that being really bad. Us kind of hating that just because of how glitchy it was.
Yeah.
What
the idea of the game, but yeah, that one did break me too. But the idea of Unity was fine. Like the story wasn't bad. It was just like it was the first co-op story that you could do with Assassin's Creed, which got us excited.
Yeah.
And then the glitchiness is just broke me.
And then I did make a comeback with it in 2020. It went on sale for $10. Was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I played that. And I really enjoyed it. Kind of like they've gotten away from the part where it used to be real lore based, and now it's like I'm fighting mythical creatures. And I got drunk and I bought Valhalla on I had to go to Best Buy and pick it up. Not the best game. I put maybe 3 hours.
You drunk bought Assassin's Creed at Best Buy?
Yeah, it was one of those sales, and I was like, oh, $20, I'll buy it. And then I had to go in the next day and pick it up, and I was like, I guess I gotta play this game. And I played it for 2 hours, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, and then one thing, Mike, that I want to talk about since we're big Destiny fans, Bungie announced their new game called Marathon, which is just going to be PvP. And they also had a trailer for the last DLC that's supposed to come out next, judging by their standards, be next February, called The Final Shape.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed a certain dead Destiny 2 character, Cade. So
me and Perez talked about it today.
Yes. What concerns me, Mike, is I hope they're not getting away from Destiny. They're supposed to have this big reveal in August where they're going to talk also about the future of it. I hope it doesn't come to an end because, like you said, me and you have put umpteen hours into this game. It's just a little concerning. I'm thinking of it selfishly because I don't want them to be working on another game, even though it's been heavily rumored.
Even, a big enough company to be able to do that?
That is also my concern, but PlayStation, Sony did buy them for $3.7 billion. So I guess the answer is yes.
Oh, so wait, PlayStation bought Bungie.
Yeah, last fall.
Then that's why. Okay. That makes way more sense.
But I just want Bungie to throw everything into Destiny. all the
Yeah,
resources
okay.
into Destiny.
Yeah.
But what I hope what happens is how Blizzard, which I know is not the best company, as we found out, how they made other games, but still threw stuff into World of Warcraft. That's what I'm hoping for.
Have you played Diablo?
No, actually, I haven't.
Don't talk about Blizzard like that, man.
Well, I'm talking about how they don't treat their employees the best.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they're garbage company.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. That touche.
yeah, so that's like some of the big things coming out of the showcase. Alan Wake 2 looks pretty cool. I've never played Alan Wake 1, so I might jump in on 2 if it goes on sale. A bunch of other games that like I just feel I didn't feel like I feel like Ghost of Tsushima came out and was such a big hit. A bunch of companies want to make like a Ghost of Tsushima type game, and it felt real gimmicky because it was a bunch of like, you know, samurai games, and I was like, oh, it's just Ghost of Tsushima 2. Nope, some random game. Nope, some
Yeah.
random game. So, you know, you see that everywhere. Um, but one game that you brought up before, and you said it was one of your favorite games in the series for the Switch. It's the reason why you bought a second Switch. If you can give me your review in progress for Zelda right now.
It's great. I mean, it's really awesome. I am not very far. My wife is farther. Um, yeah, I am.
Should have Leah come down and give me a
That's
review.
right. Why need to go wake her up?
Yeah.
I'm at like 13 shrines out of 120. So
Oh
I'm
my
about
goodness.
10% into the shrines. I've only gotten a few towers, but the game just opened up like recently. Like once you get your fourth shrine, the game opens up, and the things I love about it is you can go anywhere, you can do anything. Like if you want to fight somebody with a level 3 weapon, you can fight somebody with a level 3 weapon. Do you want to wait till the end of the game and get the level 90 Master Sword or whatever? You can do that. I think that's the thing I like the most. As for progress, no Divine Beast, only about 10% of the shrines. I've unlocked like half of the powers, but it's so fun.
No, and I had read that if you want to complete the game, it's like 86 hours, which
That's pretty rough. Um, it did
like
not say
100% complete the game.
like all the
To
side quests and
yeah,
everything. I mean, the last game had like 960 Korok seeds, which are just like random things you find in a bush.
oh god,
Like that just doesn't seem fun to me, but I guess some people enjoy that.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a great game.
So you would give
Uh,
it 5 out of 5? Is it better
oh,
than the previous game?
um, I don't know yet because I
Okay.
haven't done the Divine Beast or anything like that, or the final boss or anything like that. So I don't want to make that statement, but it definitely has more features. Um, I mean, the thing I love about it is the problem solving. Like they give you all the tools you need in the shrines or in the area, and you got to figure it out. Like if it's a cold area and there's no fire, you got to eat peppers to get cold resistance, and that's how you walk through the area.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
be YouTubing that. I'm not. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I like about it. I like the problem solving stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's just another series I haven't touched. I just don't know why. For the longest time, I thought Zelda was the princess. Um,
She is the princess.
Well, I mean, I thought Zelda was Link. Sorry,
Oh,
I thought
sorry.
Zelda. I thought Zelda was Link. See, I don't know anything. Like that. That proves it.
Uh, yeah,
Um,
Zelda's the princess.
it, in before we go to June's releases, I got two other news articles I want to talk about real quick. Mortal Kombat 1 looks like we're getting a reboot. What's your feelings on that?
Excited. I saw it in the eShop the other day, and I immediately was like, wait, because usually the last one that came out was Mortal Kombat 11. So I thought it was just that, and then I looked at it again and it said 1. I was like, whoa. So I immediately went to YouTube, saw the trailer. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I get almost every Mortal Kombat game.
Will you get
Uh,
that on the Switch or the PlayStation?
that is a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Part of the PlayStation, just in case if I do want to play online a little bit.
Yeah.
But I watched the trailer, and it's called 1, but it seems to be like a continuation of the storyline of Kronika from the last game.
Okay.
Like Kronika was the boss, and just like any any storyline that's been going on for decades, you always get to the time travel, time manipulation, multiple universe point. And that's where that was. And when I watched the trailer, Liu Kang is like the god of Earth, like the protector watcher of Earth, like Raiden used to be.
Oh.
Do you know anything about what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know them.
So like Raiden
My
was
favorite
the
was Johnny
protector of
Cage.
Earth. Yeah, so Raiden was the protector of Earth, and in a timeline in the last game, Liu Kang became that. And the trailer shows him as that. So I'm wondering if like they're just going off in one of the timelines that happened in the last game.
Well, hopefully that's the case, and hopefully they like do some continuation for obviously fans of the series like you, who's locked into the lore of it.
Yeah, I
did that have a release date?
It did not. I don't think. But
yeah, I didn't think one had been released yet. So yeah, the movies are fun. I actually watched the newest one.
The newest one was like, it was at that point where it was just like a fun movie to be entertained. It didn't. I don't know.
Turn your brain off, and we're good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And the second one, this is just more for myself. They announced with NCAA football that Dynasty Mode is going to be front and center, and it just warms my heart. Are you glad that the series is coming back?
Yeah, this is the one sports game that I'll buy.
Yeah, for everyone out there, I used to buy every game, like NBA that would come out. I would buy it. Same with Madden. I think the last Madden I bought was like 16. The last NBA I bought was the one with Giannis on the cover, which I think it's like 17 or 18. But yeah, NCAA would be a day one purchase for that.
I think the last NBA I bought was the one with like Curry, Rose, and Durant on the front. Like,
oh God, Rose.
Yeah, and then the last Madden was 16. I did buy FIFA in like 18, and then I did buy PGA like 2 years ago. So yeah, the sports games I'll play them, but I have not, like, I'll play them if they're free, like the PlayStation monthlies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't really bought any games.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I was it, and I had saw all my PS3 games and some of my PS4 games, and now I have like 5 or 6 PS5 games that are physical, and like I have a bunch downloaded in my library because I did the 2 terabyte thing to get more storage.
Oh,
so man. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I watched a YouTube clip and I was able to figure out how to do it, and it didn't kill my PS5, which I was scared of. So
that is a bold move.
Yeah, so I had to put a heat sink on and everything so it didn't overheat. So that's you ready to jump in for June's new releases, because there's some big games coming out in June, because it feels like compared to the previous.
So back to your last question, I did want to ask. So you saw that the Dynasty mode was front and center. Is there going to be like an online Dynasty?
I assume so. I certainly hope so.
And then
the Road to Glory is coming
will
back.
Be ruined.
Yes, friendships will be ruined. There's one group chat that was initially started that me and Mike are a part of, just for when I moved so we could do an NCAA Dynasty, which has turned into just talking about sports pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has went on for 11 years now. So
yeah, I think that's going to be like my most anticipated game. I think the last one I was that excited about was probably one of the Arkhams.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm getting pretty excited for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good.
Be marking the weekend off. No one bother me when that game comes out. So let's jump into the June releases. So I go through. We'll go a couple at a time. There's 2 big releases coming out in June, which it feels weird that there's big video game releases in the summer now. I remember when we were growing up, it always seemed to be the fall and wintertime. But now it's just like movies. They're constant. Like the big ones are coming out all over the place. So it seems like every month we have at least one big release. So I'm gonna go in order for these. The first was coming out is a game I'd never heard of. It seems to be a series. It's coming for the Switch and PC June 1st, called Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection. Explore the rich beginnings of this RPG franchise with remasters of 3 timeless adventures that inspire players to go on a journey of discovery, mapping deep dungeons and building customized parties for exploring and engaging in tactical combat. Play as the leader of a guild of adventurers searching for rare treasures and secrets within the depths of a vast, sprawling labyrinth. Traverse and draw a map of the environment while encountering enemies large and small in turn-based combat. Then return to town to rest, sell materials for better equipment, and manage your party, selecting from a collection of heroes to build the right team for the job. That was a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it's a collection. It's 3 games built in. We'll see what happens. Next game up is also released in June 1st. It's called Killer Frequency. It's for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It's a first-person horror adventure that puts you in the shoes of Forrest Nash, a late-night radio host whose callers are being stalked by mysterious killers. That sounds interesting. And then it was like solve puzzles, save lives, and run the switchboards, all the while listening to a jukebox of your retro 80s tunes. I don't know. It seems like they're just trying to get in with like Guardians of the Galaxy. And then another game, which I don't know how a lawsuit hasn't came of this. It's called Skatebird, coming out on PS5 and 4. Become the legendary bird skater Anthony Hawk and flip your deck in some of the greatest maps ever made in skateboarding simulation. Anthony Hawk has been away for a while, but that won't stop him from making cool flips and wowing other birds with his peacocking tricks as Anthony Hawk take on the flock and help him rise back to the top. It's already available on Switch, Xbox, and PC. I'm not sure how there hasn't been a lawsuit.
Anthony Hawk.
Yeah, I had to verify that it was a real game at first. So I got all these from GameInformer.com. And June 2nd, one of the first big releases, Street Fighter 6 is back. And they have like a Explore the Streets and a World Tour, which it sounds like you can just go up and fight NPCs from the videos I've seen. And it's World Tour's immersive single-player story mode. Take your avatar and explore Metro City and beyond. Meet masters who will take you under their wing and teach you their style and techniques. So those 4, Mike, which one are you interested in the most? Or would you purchase?
Game style actually would be the first one, the turn-based.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I liked it. I played a Star Wars turn-based game, Galaxy of Heroes on my phone, and that was really fun. And then it kind of reminds me of like South Park turn-based. Like I like those type of games.
I want to get Skatebird before it's taken off the PSN store.
Yeah. Yeah, Skatebird might not last long.
Like, I want to know how it was made. Anthony Hawk, it's like, really? Really?
Yeah, and then I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, not a Street Fighter fan.
So the Bloods and the Crips of the fighting games you're out on.
It's kind of like, either pick PlayStation or you pick Xbox.
I definitely agree with that. All right, the next game up is Super Mega Baseball 4. This is for all the PlayStation consoles and the Xbox, the Switch, and the PC on June 2nd. Grab your glove and bat. It's time to go yard with the best to ever play in the game because Super Mega Baseball 4 is here, and it's where the legends play. More than 200 larger-than-life versions of your fan-favorite pros like Vlad Guerrero, Johnny Damon, Ozzie Smith, and Jason Giambi. Mike, that's how I know we're getting old, when I remember watching half of these people play.
Sounds like this game has a bunch of steroids in it.
Yeah, that's probably when you run first base, you get a shot. But are ready to step on the field and join the roster of beloved Super Mega League All-Stars, a series signature combination of arcade-inspired style, immersive gameplay, depth returns, and baseball becomes bigger and better than ever. It sounds like they are talking about steroids right there.
Yeah.
This seems to be a JRPG that I'm about to talk about next called We Love Katamari Reroll and Royal Revere. The king of the cosmos once accidentally destroyed all the stars in the universe. He sent his son, the prince, to Earth and ordered him to create a large Katamari. The prince rolled the Katamari and made the Katamari bigger and bigger, rolling up all the things on the Earth. The Katamari that he created floated into space, sparkling and brought back the lost starry sky. As the starry sky was restored, the king's fans gradually grew in number all over the world. The king wanted to respond to the wishes of his fans for his success, and the prince kept rolling the Katamari to make everyone's dreams come true. I don't know what that means.
It sounds like an acid trip.
Yeah, it really does. And our second big release that comes out June 6th, 4 days after Street Fighter. I know people that are taking off of work for this game so they can get ready to grind it. Diablo 4.
Let's go.
It's a next gen RPG experience with endless evil to slaughter, countless abilities to master nightmarish dungeons, and legendary loot. Embark on the campaign solo with friends. That's up to 4 people you can play with, right?
The last game was, yes.
Yeah.
So there goes your Destiny clan.
Yeah, exactly. Meeting memorable characters through beautifully dark settings and a gripping story, or go rogue through the expansive endgame and shared world where players will meet in towns to trade, team up to battle world bosses, or descend into PvP zones to test their skills against other players. No lobbies necessary. And this has cross-play and cross-progression, which is very nice.
Oh, yeah. So I'll be playing this with Perez. That's great.
Next game is The Harmony, The Fall of Revere. In the very near future, when Polly returns home after a few years abroad to look for her missing mother, she quickly realizes that her hometown has drastically changed. A mega corporation named MK is using its power to control the population, and her community is in danger. She soon discovers that she has a gift of clairvoyance that connects her to Revere, the realm of the aspirations of humanity, glory, bliss, power, chaos, bond, and truth in this world. Polly becomes Harmony, a goddess who has the power to choose the aspiration that will ultimately rule over Revere and restore the delicate balance between the deity's world and ours. The fate of humanity is at stake. To which destiny do you aspire? All right, Mike. So I'm going to stop there. What do you think so far?
It's 100% Diablo, but I have a question about the last one you just read. What game? What kind of game is it even?
I saw the trailer. It looks weird. Like I don't even know. Like, it looked like another JRPG. Like, here's one thing I've learned from doing this podcast is, like, because this is just on Switch and PC. There's a bunch of games that are released on Switch that you will never hear of, and I don't know who's buying them. And this feels like one of the games, and I'm just like blown away with it. And to show how big the month is, for the next one, we're gonna jump from June 8th to June 13th. So, like, people are trying to put some space in between us here. This is Dogen, which immerse yourself in a unique narrative experience embarking on a vibrant journey and this is for the PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. And it will awaken your senses and invoke warm memories. Play as Mimi, exploring the precious recollections of your childhood and the time shared with your late grandmother. As past meets present, comfort your adult choices with fond childhood memories to uncover lost family secrets. Explore Dorgun, landscapes of 1,000 summer colors within sumptuous hand-painted watercolor environments. During your adventure, recall the moments, the panoramas, the scents, the sounds, and the sensations. Recount these vivid memories in your journal as a recollection of Mimi's family past that is unique to your experience and nostalgia texture and reflection of your journey. This looks something cool, but I would probably have to, like, do some drugs before I took it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, and this is another game that's just on the Switch, Jack Jian, which Kaisa is about to abandon her dream of becoming an actor when she's given the opportunity to enroll at the prestigious Univel Drama School. She's granted permission with 2 conditions: be chosen as the lead in the final performance and hide her identity as a girl. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. The competition at the school is fierce and the rivalry is real. Will Kaisa be able to forge powerful bonds with her all-male classmates while competing against them for key roles? It's like that movie, She's the Girl.
Is that like Persona 5?
That's what it feels like. And it feels like that movie, She's the Man with Amanda Bynes. Like, that's literally what we're doing.
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, Channing Tatum was in that movie. Yeah, just weird. All right. Layers of Fear, June 15th, PlayStation 5 and the newest Xbox and the PC. And, like, this is a re-release of it's like psychological horror, and it has everything of Layers of Fear 1 and 2, which I've never heard of these, where this you play as an actor, and the story's being written, like there's a writer that writes all the stories, and I guess it's supposed to be scary. It sounds like a Silent Hill type deal. I would have to see more of this, see how the reviews are, because it sounds interesting, the premise, and see how scary it is. But it's just, I'm not sure. And then June 16th, a sport that I've noticed started to take off, Mike, Formula 1 23.
Take off in our demographic, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I think it's been going for a while.
It's been going pretty big, but it's starting to get big.
Yeah.
Like you said, with our demographic. It's the new F1 game, and I guess they have they have a story mode called Breaking Point, which is a single player mode with a new chapter in your F1 career to play through, and they have like updated 2023 cars, 20 drivers and 10 teams, and you can create your dream team in a My Team career mode, which I believe is the worst thing to happen to sports games, is like a ultimate team, which I blame EA for, and this is what they're doing again because we see it everywhere now.
It's their cash cow.
It really is, and it's really upsetting. I don't like it at all. The next game is Park Beyond, which is for PS5 and Xbox. It comes out June 16th. It's a upcoming construction and management simulation video game. If you like that, yeah, yeah, good for you. Those games are not for me. With like, it feels like The Sims, except for it's just with parks, so with construction. So there we go. Next game is Aliens: Dark Descent, PS5, the PlayStations, and the Xboxes and the PC. And this is a squad-based single-player action game in the Alien franchise. Lead your soldiers in real time to stop a new and terrifying xenoform outbreak. I've never played those games. Alien scared me as a movie as a kid. I can watch them now, but I don't know if I want to play those video games because they feel like the Left 4 Dead series. So there we go. Anything you would want to play of those games?
So I want to do the F1 23. I do want to play it. I like the racing games. I have a friend who has a projector and huge screen in his basement, and he's a big F1 fan, so I might talk him into getting this. And
you should talk him into getting the wheel too. Just go all out.
Oh, Luke has that.
Okay.
Yeah, I helped him like set it up, but I never got on it. But yeah, I think the F1, and then the last one seemed like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it really did. This next game, me and you might have to look into, but there is something that kind of scared me off that I don't really like. It's called Crash Team Rumble.
Now you're talking about language.
Yeah, you just talked about your love for Crash Bandicoot, so perfect symmetry. It's a 4v4 team-based racing game. You can be a hero or a villain with the insane cast of characters. But what I don't like, Mike, is I saw when you could pre-order it is you get the first season free. And I don't like how everything's trying to turn into season passes. I mean, I say that as a Destiny fan.
First season free.
Yeah, but how long? Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So it's a little bit of a turnoff here. Actually, I lied. There's 3 big releases for the month of June.
Yeah, I was wondering if you saw that.
This next one coming up is PlayStation exclusive, Final Fantasy 16. I've never played these games. I'm not going to lie. I watched the trailer for the Sony PSN showcase. It looked pretty sweet, but I don't know if I had the time to go through and play 15 other games first to catch up on the story. But it's Final Fantasy. It takes a darker turn for the RPG franchise, is what they're saying.
Like that.
Complex tale of revenge, power struggles, and unavoidable tragedy. Final Fantasy 16 reimagines the series' iconic summons as icons. These deadly creatures are housed within dominance, men and women who inherit their immense power at birth. Whether they like it or not, eons are the most powerful beings in Valahista, land where 6 powerful realms have emerged thanks to the power of the mother crystals, the Aether, provided by these towering mountains of crystal powers, the magics that have allowed these nations to thrive for many years, but now a mysterious blight threatens to disrupt the uneasy alliance. Sounds like the Taken are coming. Play as Clive Roseville, first Shield of Rosaria and guardian of his younger brother, Joshua the Dominant of the Econ Phoenix, in this epic action RPG from a team of Final Fantasy veterans. And they've already said, Mike, that they're not going to have any DLC. What you see is what you get, which I think is good.
Yeah.
They've already got your money. We're good to go. Now this is next game coming up is is Sonic Origins Plus, and it's 4 classic remastered Sonic titles: Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD in high definition. They have a bunch. They have like added on content of extreme missions, mirror mode, screen borders, new character animations, and you can play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles in all of the games. And you can either play as someone named Amy Rose. I'm not familiar with Sonic lore, but I guess that's a character. I just know Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles and Shadow. So that sounds pretty cool. I might check that out. So I've still never beat Sonic, any of the Sonic games. I've gotten close multiple times. But yeah, you can never go wrong with that 2D scroller. That comes out June 23rd on the PS5, the Xbox, all the Xboxes, and the PS4, and the Switch, and the PC. And then, we're getting to the very end of the month here. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed single player, PS4 and Xbox One. It's a open world adventure, which is a remake of the 2006 original game. I never played these games. Did you?
Mm-mm.
I've heard good things. So, and the next game is June 27th, Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which this sounds like a JRPG. Like, you're literally, like, dealing with stuff on a farm. I mean, it might not even be a JRPG. It's like, do you want to fulfill your father's legacy, or you live a carefree life on the farm, growing crops and raising animals? It sounds like Stardew a little bit with this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a remake of a beloved classic. Features plenty of new events, enhanced festivals, more recipes to cook, and a cornucopia of never-before-seen crops. Those games just don't do it for me. I know they have their audience. It's just not for me. The next game coming up, it couldn't be... I had to get some wrestling in here somehow, Mike.
I see that.
Yeah, AEW Fight Forever is finally coming out for the PS5 and for Xbox, Switch, and PC. It's developed by Ukes, who used to work for the WWE. They just announced the release date a couple days ago when I'm recording this. They claim like a big roster of AEW talent, multiple match types. I haven't bought a wrestling game, surprisingly, in years. I don't have the highest bar for this, so like I may check it out down the line, but it's... If you're already an AEW fan, like, or a wrestling fan in general, I think you'll check it out just to see what's going on. But yeah, any of those games that tickle your fancy?
I mean, the Final Fantasy, obviously. The thing about Final Fantasy is the games are good. I don't know the lore because I haven't played all of them.
Yeah, and that's a lot of lore to get into.
Yeah, and then also when you mentioned you never beat Sonic, I'm not 100% positive I have either because I don't remember how it ends.
Yeah, I'm just assuming your Sega just blew up from overheating for leaving it on for 3 days.
That is interesting. That makes me want to buy that and beat it.
Yeah, just buy it on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rounding out the month is a game called Crime O'Clock, which comes out June 30th on Switch. It's an investigation time exploring game with a deep storyline, which already has me nervous when you say it's a deep storyline. And investigate cases through time and evolving maps, unveiling multi-area link story. I will say, this sounds pretty cool, Mike. Like, yeah, I'll have to look at the reviews, but that sounds like something that would be very interesting. It sounds like something new, which hasn't been created in a while. And the last game for the month
sounds like L.A. Noire.
I love that game, and it bankrupted the place. We actually have 2 games here. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, which, if you're just releasing stuff for last gen, gets me a little nervous. But this is a long-requested HD remaster of the original 2010 release. And looks like everything's been created. Players can seamlessly switch between the original and remastered soundtracks, which I don't know how we're doing when they're saying, like, you can just listen to the new soundtracks instead of talking about the game. It makes me think he'll be dead on arrival. And then the last game is Master Detective Archives Raincoat, just for the Switch as well. And it's like Master Detectives of the World Detective Organization, a group dedicated to eradicating the world's unsolved mysteries, rise to uncovering the truth. It's like, that game just sounds like, we made it for $25. Let's see how much money we can make.
Yeah.
So as you can see, Mike, we, 3 big games this month for the month of June. All with 3 different, I guess, Diablo and Final Fantasy. I can see having like some crossover fans, but not a lot. But yeah, some very big games this month. As we get out of here, I just want to say thank you for joining me. Is there anything you'd like to plug? You got anything?
No.
All right.
Plug.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. You can find me on the Pop feed, on the Wrestling feed, on the No So Connection. Check out everything there. And I can be found on PSN at Scott289. Thank you and good night.